What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here. We have a MotoStars video today, but before we jump into that, let's go ahead and pause it. Oh, he's about to crash. We have a brand new pre-order for the new Smart Rider motorcycle training drills. This is a lot different. We have a bunch of different 24 drills. It's on pre-order for the physical booklet. So if you pre-order that, it's going to come out sometime in August, early August, but you get the digital version of it on your phone immediately as a digital download. But the physical one will be shipping out in August. I'm excited about that. It's going to be the basis for the Smart Rider games, which season 2 will start in September. So let's go ahead and jump into this. This guy just crashed. We're going to be watching some crashes and close calls, focusing on the plan method real quick so we don't have to explain it again. Position for safety, line of sight, space cushion, escape routes, locate hazard situations, typically intersections, corners, and then patterns. Assessing relevant threats. Are they actually going to be a threat to you? And then navigating an active threat by emergency braking, emergency acceleration, or emergency swerving into a new position for safety. You're constantly doing this while you're riding. You're keeping yourself focused and you're keeping yourself paying attention on the ride, not zoning out. So let's go ahead and jump into this real quick. He's going 46. I see an open lane pattern. People are going to want to come out. We might get sideswiped. Let's take a look.
We are starting with a situation where too much speed and overconfidence lead to a pretty hard fall.
Roundabout, so it's an intersection.
Per gear, he came out completely unharmed.
Okay, hard swerve left, basically. Okay. All right, so he did crash. We lost traction on those tires. He's got looks like full gear, at least on the bottoms. Maybe he's got some protection underneath the jacket. But as smart riders, we're acquiring and using personal protective equipment just in case we fail. So we're going 46. You notice how everyone's slowing down before going through this? I get it. We're on motorcycles. We're very agile. We want to be able to have some fun. But realize that these roads are kind of designed for cars. And so it's not like a great sweeping turn. It's a very sharp little roundabout. So let's go a little bit slower. So when we're talking about locating hazard situations, an intersection, are we the relevant threat by going too fast? Yeah, maybe. So how do we navigate that? A little bit of braking. Maybe roll the throttle, get some engine braking going.
Fortunately,
so we're coming up to here.
He came out completely.
So good job with the head check. He was looking for traffic. So look how hard of a turn we're doing here, because we're going to try to make that outside lane, and then another hard turn with acceleration and leaning it too hard. So in order for your tires to grip the road, okay, it needs traction. Once again, pretend you have 100% traction, 100 points of traction, point, whatever, 100 points. If you're turning, let's say you use 50. Okay, cool. Use 50. But you also need some points or percentage of traction for braking and acceleration. So if we're turning hard and we're using 50, and then we accelerate, we use another 30 or 40. We only have like 10 more points of traction. We don't have a lot. So if we keep accelerating, we're gonna use more and more and more. Now, one's if there's a little bit of gravel. One's if there's a little bit of oil. One's if your tires are a little bit bald. What if there's just something there? Well, that just took out all of the rest of your points of traction. And guess what happens when you run out? You fall. You low side, you high side, whatever it is, you just dump the bike. And so that's what's happening here, is that he's going through the corner, very sharp turns, needs traction, and then accelerating. Oh, it needs more traction. Oh, maybe there's like a little bit of gravel. Oh, down on the ground. So how do we prevent something like this? When you go through here, just do the turn. Maintain speed. Maintain a little bit lower speed. Don't accelerate. Maintain your speed until you get out of there, until you get through here. And then when you're straight, because now we're not turning anymore, give it some speed. Don't give it a ton of speed through these roundabouts.
Ooh.
And that goes for corners. And honestly, you can practice. Oh, he's about to dump it. You can practice that on the orbit exercise. Yeah, do it slow. Practice. See what you can do. All right, so let's see what happens here. Oh, geez.
It doesn't take much for the front tire to lock up on a dusty road.
No, it doesn't.
Live and learn.
Live and learn. Everybody, live and learn. Make sure you live, laugh, and learn. Live and learn, everybody. AI just doesn't know how to do it. You never know when it's your time to crash. All right, let's take a look right at the beginning. Okay, so he's doing a little burnout. He's doing a rolling burnout, so he's putting a lot of weight on the front tire, so the rear tire doesn't have a ton of weight, so it's going to spin. It's going to burn out. So he's a stunter. How many levers does he have? It looks like he has 2 on the left hand over there. So one of them's the rear brake, and then he has the front brake right here. So he's actually using some of that. It looks like it grabbed traction and launched him back. My assumption, Brian636, if you're watching this, go ahead and explain it a little bit better because you're an amazing stunter. But that's what I'm assuming is happening. It grabbed traction and it pushed him forward because there's a lot of throttle going on. And so then now he's going to lose balance. So he straight up lose balance. When we talk about mechanism injury on this, okay, so he doesn't have full gear. He's not wearing gear. So nice biceps, by the way. He looks like he's in shape. Is that a Ruroc? Don't like it. Probably not. But anyways, he's going to put his foot down. It's going to plant. It's going to grab some traction. His foot's going to grab some traction. So we're talking a little bit of ankle injuries. A little bit of ankle injuries right away. So I'm going to go ahead and do frame by frame. So possible ankle injuries. You see how it just launched back? It's because it grabbed traction and launched back. Now we're going forward. Natural instinct is to put your hands out to protect your core. Okay. Left forearm. That's his left forearm. Immediate road rash. You see the ground. It's that concrete stuff. That's not soft. It's not slippery in terms of skin against it. That's going to start ripping. Okay. So we're talking about level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1 is just like that sunburn. Level 2 is now you're getting the epidermis, the top layer of skin kind of ripped off. Maybe you're getting some capillary bleeds. Level 3, you're starting to remove the dermis, the whole skin. Now you're getting some fleshy bits. So that's not fun. So hopefully it's just level 1. So there it is. Now you have left elbow injuries possibly because that impact. Look at that bicep. You can see the bicep vein even with the compression on YouTube. Good job, dude. So you're going to have the impact. So with motorcycle gear, you have armor there. Left iliac crest or left pelvis. So we're going to have some abrasions, possibly a bruised bone there. Not fun. Left side. That shirt's not going to do much. Now, the shirt kind of got rolled up, but now we're sliding on our back. So now we're having road rash all of our left side and now a little bit on our back. Head didn't hit, which is good, but still, that sudden deceleration is going to cause some brain sloshing a little bit. And then we're going to keep sliding for a couple dozen yards. Hopefully no cars are going to hit us, but we're sliding on our back, so we're going to have road rash on our back. And that's not fun to try to take care of. You're going to have somebody help you out with that, and taking a shower is going to suck.
Much for the front tire to lock up on a dusty road. Live
and learn. Use the engine shut off.
Time to go. We don't have time to sit around.
Yeah, because you're doing reckless riding, and then that could be a ticket on top of your injury, so that sucks. It's considered reckless riding by law. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Road rash. Not fun. Skin will heal back, but yeah, then that's called guarding. So when you see, like when you get hurt, you're like, ow, and you're doing that, you're guarding the pain. Like it's a natural instinct to put pressure on the pain, which is pretty cool what your natural instinct to do, because you're basically like putting pressure on the capillaries and all the different muscle tissues so that it can stop the internal bleeding inside the muscle and all that stuff. And so he's actually pressing on his left hip, which I told you guys the mechanism. So he's got some injuries. All right, what do we got here? Cop tries to kill dirt bike. Whoa. Is that an electric bike? Was that really a cop? Let's take a look. I don't see any markings. Yeah, I just think it's a D-bag truck driver. Yeah. Not fun. When you're in that situation, you're not catching up. Don't worry about it. Just wear some gear. All right. Look at the road surface hazards. Not very fun, but we're kind of adjusting and moving away. We have a left turner right there. Oh, geez. So when we talked at the very beginning about plan, position for safety. So let's go back just a little bit further. Locating hazardous situations. So we're looking for patterns. And this is technically an intersection. It doesn't have lights. It doesn't have stop signs, all that stuff. But it's an intersection because you have possible cross traffic and a path of travel violation. So right here, we're in this position. We're adjusting to get away from road surface hazards. So he's locating road surface hazards. He's assessing if they're in his path of travel, and he's moving out of the way into a new position so he doesn't hit a pothole. So you're already doing that, but let's go ahead and apply it to other things in the road that could harm us. So right here, you can barely see it because you have a line of sight problem with this car blocking your view, but you can see the side of a vehicle. So you see the front of the vehicle here. Okay, you see the back of the vehicle right there, the one that's blocking your view, and you can barely see the side of the vehicle. So whenever I see that, I just assume they're going to start pulling out. So I'm already rolling off my throttle, paying attention. I'm assessing if it's a relevant threat right now. Once they start pulling out, it is an active threat. Progressive braking is very important. That's going to slow you down so they can possibly make it through. Or, typically you're looking for your escape paths. You notice how there's no cars behind that car right there? So you could swerve left into this lane if you have to hard. You can swerve hard left to get away from this person. But the thing is, he did a rev bomb. So he pulled in the clutch, gave it throttle. That means you have no power. You have no power. Once you pull in the clutch, you have no power. You can do this all you want. All the power is away from that rear wheel. None of the throttle is going to that back tire. So that removes your ability to emergency accelerate out of something. And it makes it to where you're coasting wherever you're going. I want to keep power to my bike. So instead of rev bombing, which I don't recommend ever, is that you either emergency accelerate and swerve out of there, emergency brake, and then if you need to swerve out of there, or do a combination of all of those things. Don't remove your tools on your bike. So already recognizing that it's a possible situation, he's starting to slide a little bit this way to the left side. So he's instinctually moving to a new position for safety. Now he sees that they came out. So now we're having a swerve, but we have no power. We have no power. So he stops the rev bomb, and now he's going to swerve left. Just remove that wasted movement of rev bombing. The swerve is what saved him, not the rev bomb. So don't rev bomb.
Beautiful place.
It is a beautiful
Small
place.
mistake and a bit of target fixation.
40 miles an hour, not too bad. Kind of chilling.
It's fairly challenging twister.
It looks faster than it really is. So decently, decent turn right here coming up. Okay, another decent turn. This looks fun. Interesting body angle. Keep the bike more upright. Use your body to lean, not the bike to lean. Oh, went a little too fast from his skill level. Was able to slow it down. Not a big deal. Nice little music. It's a small road, so you don't have a lot of room to make mistakes. Oh, geez. Oh, somebody crashed. Somebody crashed. So if you want to rescue, remain calm, ensure your own safety first, and if they're bleeding heavily, stop those bleeds. There you go. You got a bunch of buddies helping out. Obviously, everyone wants to leave because, like I said, it's considered reckless riding. You get a ticket for that kind of stuff. Motostars loves this music. So a bit wet out, don't panic, and try not to crash into solid objects. Very good advice. Going a little fast. We have a side of the vehicle. Slow it down, go around. Handled it. He's got an adventure bike, so he's able to go off-road a little bit. Okay, we're going into this pretty quickly. Okay, going into it pretty quickly. So here's the thing. When I drive, I maintain this. I'm maintaining this space cushion. I don't know if this truck and trailers or this van and trailer is going to come out. I don't know anything, but people are stopping. I'm going to keep a space cushion, going to relax a little bit. I don't need to go all the way up and be bottlenecked with everyone. I can stay back. And if people want to come in, I don't care. Just don't be super close. You notice how people are switching lanes because people are stopped? When you see brake lights, that is a relevant threat. And it's a hazardous situation. It could become a relevant threat. So just kind of sit back and relax. Just relax. If somebody comes out, don't worry about the horn. Switch to a new position for safety over here because they are going to take this space. Switch over a new position or start applying the brakes as best you can with good progressive braking. Try to get yourself out of that. So if they're going to switch that lane, you can either lane filter as an escape, but either way, you're going to have to stop. This is why back there, I was already slowing down. I don't want to get close to somebody and then have to slam the brakes. So good job swerving out of the way with some brake pressure. Move to a new lane. Now, this right here is an open lane pattern, so watch out for any other cars wanting to switch in front of you. It's open lane because of us. We have a nice open lane, big long line. You do that at the grocery store. You do that everywhere. Hey, that line's going faster. I'm moving in that lane.
So
All right, we're passing.
There he goes.
Blind.
Here now he's going to
blind turn. Blind
bus
turn.
is going to go around the turn, and he's going to stop. And now I'm too close to him, and I just
Oh.
and I
Slow
should have
speed
kept the
maneuvers.
camera going. A bunch of really nice women stopped.
Bunch of nice
everybody
women
behind me stopped, and then some motorcycles.
Okay, so what happened here was this is kind of a weird spot to be in. We're side by side with a car around a blind turn. Don't want to be there at all.
Here now he's going to watch this. The bus is going to go.
So this person stopped. So we don't necessarily have, I don't know why we're stopping too, but this is like a slow speed maneuver. This is like that friction zone throttle control straight line, just kind of easing. And you can practice a lot of that with these drills because you're not going more than 15, 20 miles an hour on these drills. And so you can actually practice your slow speed balance using the drill booklet. Once again, it's on pre-order, but you can get the digital version right away. And so just kind of take it nice and slow. Practice. I don't know why we have to stop too.
And he's going to stop, and now I'm too close to him, and I just
practice your slow speed stuff. Maybe he's short like me. This is was it the Tenere? So like when he stopped, he couldn't get his foot down quick enough. Maybe it's on an angle too, so he just couldn't balance it once he stopped.
The bike is okay. My hip is damaged, and I have a piriformis S and joints are out of whack, and I have pain down my legs.
Got it.